Hi friends, I have a short yoga offering. This will be useful for limited shoulder mobility on one side. So when we're working with an injury on one side or limitation on one side, it's always a question, do we try and do the same thing on both sides or do what we can on both sides? So probably somewhere in between those two is a good idea. So I'm going to offer some things that might help with that. And if you are dealing with a serious injury, probably talk to your doctor first about what's good for you. And as with all practices, do what feels right. Really listen to your body. If something I'm offering isn't working, don't do it, of course. So let's begin on our backs. So you can come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Go ahead and spread out. Let your eyes close. And with each exhale, feel your body and see if there's anything to let go of that's not needed here now. Come into a nice slow rhythm with your breath. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you. So let's begin by reaching down through fingers and toes and up through the top of the head. So get a big long line from toes to top of the head and fingers reaching down. Now, if your arms reach overhead, go ahead and stretch arms overhead. If one or both arms don't go overhead, you could reach through the one that does and just play around with what is possible with the arm that has less mobility. What amount of range brings you right up to your edge, but not beyond it. And then flex your feet and flex your palms. So they might be both overhead or just where they are, or if you want to try reaching out in a different direction, flex your feet, flex your hands, and then release. Bring your right knee to your chest, grab hold of it, hug it in close, maybe a little jiggle. And then straighten right leg up towards the ceiling. Holding behind your leg where it makes sense for you, flex and point. Circle your ankle. Both directions. Bend your knee in. And open your knee out to the sides. You might keep your knee bent or you might straighten it part way or all the way. And support your leg where it makes sense for you. So it might be bending your elbow, elbow on the floor, leg into your hand, maybe you hold somewhere else. Each thing you're doing, you're working with your body, what it does and doesn't do in this moment. Going up to your edge, not beyond. And then feeling all that that stirs up. Is there anything to release? Bend your knee back in and then guide it across for a spinal twist. Open out through the right arm. So again, if this is the shoulder that has less mobility, you may need to bring your arm in and just open from the shoulder to the hip. If you could extend your arm, do so. And then try straightening the right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal. If extending the arm doesn't work, you could keep it tucked in. Or what amount of reach works for you. And you can play around inside the pose. What's interesting here? Release, roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Circle or rock your knees. Feel what's touching the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long, squeeze this knee in close. Straighten this leg up. Flex and point, deep flex. Full point. And then a couple of big ankle circles. Both directions. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the left, supporting it in the way that works for you. Go slow, especially if you're dealing with pain. See if you can explore carefully, purposefully. You might extend, you might keep it bent. Try and stay grounded through the other leg, your right leg. Bend your knee, guide it across. Spinal twist. If opening out through the arm doesn't work, you can tuck it in. Try straightening, left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. And again, you're working with your body. How does this work? A limitation can be frustrating, but it can also be just a fun game. What can I do? How do I work around and with this limitation? Let's release, roll back onto the back. Bring both knees in, take a little circle or rock. Drop your feet to the floor. So strong core, belly drawing in, pressing lower back down. So you don't even have to do anything else. Just pull the belly in, keep that going strongly. If you want to add some movement, again, see what works. You might interlace fingers behind your head. If that doesn't work for you, you might keep elbows in or just not touch your head. So we're going to exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down. And you're not using too much arm strength or momentum. It's really abdominals contracting. So if it works better for you, it could just be increasing the contraction, releasing, increasing, releasing. Lift the head if it's useful, don't if it's not. Let's do one more like this. Release down, send your right leg up. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. Up and down, up and down, up and down. One more. Switch. Left leg high. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. If you need to adjust your arm position, do so. Keep abdominals contracting strongly. One more. Switch again, right leg high. This time, if you're able, left arm comes across and a little twist to the outside of the leg. Each time you exhale, coming up and to the right. If you have to adjust your arm position, do so. One more like this. Switch again, left leg high. Right arm across, or modify your way. Upper body coming up and to the left. One more. And then release. Let's stretch long through arms and legs. Could be arms down or part way up or all the way up or one up, one down. Bring your knees in. Little circle or rock. Make your way up to hands and knees, tabletop. If you want to pad your knees, you might put a blanket or cushion under there. Really spread your fingers, hands flat and active, right under the shoulders. So we're going to take a few rolls through the spine. Inhaling, lift head and tailbone, stretch the front side. Exhale, round, draw the belly in. Stretching the back side. And go on your timing. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now, inhale, arch. We're going to bend the elbows straight back, lean forward, and dip partway or all the way to the floor. So if this is the amount of mobility you have, use that. Push up from there, round, arch. Go forward to dip down. Maybe you go all the way down. If it's too much to go down and up with good alignment, do what you can. Round, arch, go forward to dip down. Maybe it's just a little baby approximation. Press up, round, arch. One more time, dip down. Press up, and then sink back to child's pose. And if it's too much to have arms out in front of you in child's pose, tuck them in. Could explore, how is it to be part way out or one up, one down. How do you do what you're doing your way for this body now? Let's make our way to sitting. So I'm going to suggest a comfortable cross-leg position. If you'd prefer to sit kneeling or sit on a chair, feel free. A little lift under the hips can be useful. I recommend it. Could be a cushion, a blanket, a block. Sitting as tall as you can. So we're going to take the right arm up and over into a side bend. Now, if this is the arm that doesn't have mobility, you might take the side bend through the torso, but keep your arm out of it. If the arm can extend, go ahead and extend. And then we're going to circle, big circles around. With less shoulder mobility, you might be just making a circle with your shoulder, keeping your arm bent in, or maybe you straighten it a little bit, so working with your body. Finish up the circle you're on, and then let your head fall towards the floor, and we'll take that right arm out and down until your shoulder drops down, so you're stretching right side of the neck. So head is dropping one way, shoulder dropping the other way. Press into the bottom hand to come up, and then use that hand to lift your head. Let's try the other side. So left arm up and over. Big reach or partway reach or just the torso reaching. Doing it your way. And then circle. And again, if you are working with pain or limitation, go slow so you can really feel. Avoiding what is too painful or too much, but going right up to that so we don't lose more mobility. Could be just the elbow or just the shoulder. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. And then take that left arm out and down until the shoulder drops down, stretching left side of the neck. You might lift or lower your chin so you're exploring different parts of your neck, what's interesting. Push into the bottom hand to come up. Use that hand to lift your head. And then let's take a couple of half circles, just evening out the two sides. Drop your chin to your chest. Over to one side, and then go back and forth, watching the sensation move from one side to the other. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Let's interlace fingers behind the head and let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of the neck. Release, head floats back up. We'll bring hands to the floor behind us, fingers facing forward. Roll your shoulders back and your elbows back as best you can. Lift the heart, like you're floating the heart up to the ceiling, like a helium balloon in there. And then release, come up, hands to knees. Round back, lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin, rounding your back. Roll your way back up. All right, let's extend legs in front of us with knees bent, feet on the floor, maybe about as wide as the mat or a little in or out depending on your leg length. And you're going to let your knees flop to one side and the other, so your knee has space to come all the way to the floor. So go back and forth a few times. And the next time your knees are to the right, let's take that left arm up on a high diagonal. And again, it might just be the shoulder reaching, like imagining your arm extending, but if you need to keep it bent in, do. Feeling where this twist is, what's interesting, and inside the pose, you're welcome to move around a little bit. Let's come around through center and over to the other side, knees to the left, right arm up on a high diagonal. Modifying, adjusting in your way. Come through center, over to the first side, now at shoulder height, reaching back. Come through center, over to the other side, shoulder height. Come around through center, low diagonal. Now, if it works for you, you might instead come to your forearms. So rather than getting this right in any way, explore. What are you feeling? What are you noticing here? Let's come up and around, same thing other side. Right arm on a low diagonal. Perhaps exploring. Do you want to come to your forearms, or Is there some other exploration that's interesting? Back up. Maybe a couple more windshield wipers. Let's come onto our backs. You can bring your knees in. Again, a little circle or rock. Feel the lower back. Feel your whole back touching the floor. And then drop your feet to the floor, hip width apart, parallel. Press your feet down. Lift your hips high for bridge. If it works for you to interlace your fingers behind your back, you could. If that's not working for your shoulders, just keep them in a position that works for you. But lift the hips. Imagine the hips and the upper back spreading away from one another. Hips towards the knees, chest towards the chin. Roll down slowly. Let's grab the soles of the feet on the inside. Press your knees towards the floor. Happy baby. Maybe there's a little movement here, a little rocking, or experimenting, straightening the legs one at a time or together. Let's release. Bend your knees in. Grab your knees, lift your head to your knees, and squeeze your whole body into a tight little ball of tension, like you're going to disappear. Hands squeeze tight, feet, face, everything tight, 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 tight. And then release. And then stretch out in the biggest X you can make. And again, if you need to modify one arm down or both arms down, spread as wide as you can. Legs wide, arms wide, fingers wide, eyes wide, nostrils flared, mouth wide. Stick out your tongue. And then release. And bring both arms and legs up and give them a good loose shake. Shaking anything out of the body that's not needed. Maybe a little bit faster. And then letting go. And if there's anything else you need to do to feel complete in this practice or to care for yourself before coming into a few moments of stillness, you can take some time for that. Could be adjusting your clothing or grabbing props or a little self-massage. Eventually settling into symmetrical, relaxed position. Releasing the weight of your body into the support beneath you. Releasing the control of your breath, so it's just natural again. And bring a little movement back into your body. Could could be wiggling your fingers and toes, or deepening your breath, moving your wrists and ankles. And you could take a yawning stretch, like you just woke up from a good nap. When you're ready, bring your knees in. And roll to one side. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. And you might let that gratitude expand out wherever it feels easy in this moment. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.